How many times have you told yourself, tomorrow, I'm going to change my life? You set the alarm for 5 in the morning. You make a whole plan in your head. I'll wake up, exercise, study, read a book, eat on time, and go to bed early. But then tomorrow comes. The alarm goes off. You turn it off. 5 more minutes, then 10 more. And before you know it, half the day is already gone. Then you grab your phone. 1 video, 1 short, 1 message. And suddenly you think, I didn't get anything done today. But wait, is the real problem that you're lazy? Or is the problem that you never created a routine that actually works in real life? And what if I told you that you don't need to study for 12 or 15 hours a day? Would you believe me? What if you could simply organize a few important parts of your day the right way, study with more focus, feel less stressed, and still have free time for yourself? Today we're going to look at a daily routine designed for real students. No crazy 4 a.m. wake-up routine, no 18-hour study schedule, and no schedule that you follow for 2 days and quit on the 3rd. So the question is, what does a routine actually look like if you want something you can stick with for the long term? Let's get into it. Imagine you have a really powerful computer, but it has no operating system, no structure, no proper schedule. Can it really use all of its power? Your brain works in a similar way. No matter how intelligent you are, if your day is unorganized, you're not getting enough sleep, your phone is always in your hand, and you don't even know what you're supposed to be doing and when, you're not going to get the most out of your potential. That's why a good routine doesn't force you to do more. It helps you do the right thing at the right time. And that's the difference between motivation and discipline. Motivation says, I'll study when I feel like it. Discipline says, whether I feel like it or not, I already set the time, so I'm going to start. Now let's move to the first part of your day. What do you do the moment you wake up? Do you grab your phone, Instagram, TikTok, messages, YouTube? If you do, think about this. You just opened your eyes and your brain is still getting ready to start the day, but you're already filling it with dozens of notifications, videos, and other people's lives. It's like giving your brain an information overload as the very first thing you consume in the morning. Instead, get up, drink some water, open the curtains, get some natural light, stretch a little, and take a few minutes to stay calm. You don't need to wake up at 4 a.m. If your life and school or college schedule allow it, waking up somewhere around 6 to 7 a.m. can be a practical starting point. The goal isn't to wake up extremely early. The goal is to start your day with your goals, not with other people's content. After that, spend a few minutes moving your body, do some stretching, take a light walk, do a few simple exercises, or do any kind of movement that feels comfortable for you. You don't need to spend an hour at the gym in the morning. The goal is simply to wake your body up too. Because when your body feels sluggish, starting your studies can feel much harder. Now let's talk about something students often ignore: hydration and proper food. Your brain uses energy too. If you sit down in the morning without eating or drinking anything, after a while you may start feeling tired, hungry, and less focused. So your breakfast doesn't need to be complicated. Oats, eggs, fruit, toast, or any simple balanced meal can work. And make sure you drink water. But here's an important point. Don't think of water or breakfast as some magic productivity solution. The real goal is to build a balanced routine. Now we come to the most important part, studying. But remember this rule: do your hardest task when your brain is at its freshest. If math is difficult for you, do math in the morning. If coding is difficult, work on coding. If a subject requires the most concentration, put it into your focused morning block. But don't try to sit there continuously for 2 or 3 hours. For example, 50 minutes of focused study, then 10 minutes of break, then focus again, and a break doesn't mean opening TikTok and disappearing for the next 40 minutes. Get up, drink some water, walk around a little, look outside the window, give your brain real rest. Now, if you're in school or college, a big part of your day is probably spent in classes. And this is where many students make a major mistake. They listen to the teacher, take notes, and assume they've learned the material. But ask them the next day and they barely remember half of it. The solution is active learning. Don't just copy everything the teacher says. Take notes in your own words. Ask yourself questions. Why does this concept work this way? What's a practical example of it? What would happen if this condition changed? And after class, take just 2 or 3 minutes and explain to yourself, what did I learn today? This small habit can make your understanding much stronger. In the afternoon, a lot of students experience the same thing: heavy eyes, a slow brain, and a book sitting right in front of them. Then you ask yourself, why am I so lazy? But maybe you're not lazy. Maybe you're simply doing the wrong kind of work at the wrong time. Instead of doing extremely difficult theory in the afternoon, focus on practical work. Solve math problems. Do past papers. Use flashcards. Review your notes. Practice questions. In other words, do work that requires you to actively do something. The goal here isn't to fight your energy, it's to work with your energy. Now, after lunch, don't immediately try to study for 3 hours. If you're tired, take a short break. If you take a nap, keep it short so it doesn't affect your sleep at night. Or take a 10 or 15-minute walk. Get some fresh air. Move around a little. Think of it as the reset button for your day. Now, evening comes. After a full day of classes, assignments, and studying, your brain is already tired. And this is exactly when many students go straight back to their phones. But instead, move your body a little. Go for a walk, play a sport, football, basketball, badminton, or any activity you enjoy. Or simply take a brisk walk outside. Exercise isn't just about your body. It can also help reduce stress, improve your mood, and support your overall well-being. And most importantly, don't turn it into a punishment. Exercise should be something you can realistically continue in the long term. This is another part that many students forget. You're a human being, not a study machine. Make some time in your day for something you genuinely enjoy. Drawing, writing, music, cooking, photography, a personal project, learning a skill, or simply having a hobby. Because if your entire day is nothing but studying, stress, and deadlines, you can eventually become mentally exhausted. A balanced life doesn't mean you're less serious, it means you're managing your energy intelligently. Now, toward the end of the evening, have a short revision session, review what you studied in the morning. Go over the important points from class. Do a few practice questions, and write down your tasks for the next day. But don't dump a huge amount of new information into your brain at night. This time is better for review and organization. Before going to bed, take 5 to 10 minutes and write down 3 to 5 specific tasks. Don't write, study tomorrow. That's too vague. Instead, write, finish chapter 4 of physics. Solve 20 math problems. Read 10 pages of a book. When a task is specific, it becomes easier to start. And when you write it down, your brain doesn't have to keep thinking, what am I supposed to do tomorrow? You've already made the decision. Now, here's a difficult but important rule. Try to stay away from screens for some time before bed. Don't keep your phone right next to your bed if you know you're going to keep picking it up. Instead, read a book, write in a journal, think about your day, or simply relax in silence. Because if you spend the last 30 minutes of your night watching short videos, you're not really giving your brain a chance to wind down. You're constantly giving it new stimulation. Finally, there's one thing students often sacrifice: sleep. You have an exam? Sleep less. You have an assignment? Sleep less. You have a test tomorrow? Stay up all night. But the problem is, sleep isn't just rest. Good sleep is important for learning, memory, and overall functioning. For teenagers, around 8 to 10 hours of sleep is generally recommended, while adults generally need at least 7 hours. Prioritize the amount of sleep that fits your age and schedule. Because simply studying for more hours isn't the same as being successful. You also need to retain what you studied. Now, here's the biggest lesson from this entire routine. Your routine doesn't need to be perfect, it needs to be repeatable. If you miss your routine for one day, don't say, my whole routine is ruined. No. Come back the next day. Don't let one bad day become a bad week. And stop comparing yourself to other students. If someone says, I study 14 hours every day, that doesn't mean you need to study for 14 hours too. The real question is, are you consistently getting better? If you study for 4 focused hours every day, get enough sleep, move your body, and manage your day intelligently, that can often be more sustainable than a routine where you study intensely for 2 days and then spend the entire next week burned out. So remember the entire routine in just 4 lines. Morning, deep focus. Do your hardest work. Afternoon, practice. Do questions, exercises, and application. Evening, movement and creativity. Reset your body and your mind. Night, review and recharge. Organize your day. Reduce screen time and get enough sleep. And remember, you don't need to change your entire life in one day. You only need to make your next day a little better than today. Because discipline isn't built in a single day. It's built through small decisions. Waking up on time, completing one focused study session, putting your phone away for a while, finishing your work on time, and when your routine falls apart, starting again the next day. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. And maybe that one small change is what can transform your entire academic life over the next few months.